Hello and welcome. Tell me one thing. If I am giving you website URL with HTTP, are you going to open this website? Of course not. Why? Because you are already aware that HTTP websites are not secure. Even if you open HTTP URL, your browser will notify you that this website is not secure. So, whenever we are going to set up website for our business, we have to set up HTTPS URL because it will provide us secure encrypted communication. Another thing that we need to consider here is provide domain name which align with your business. Let's say that if I'm going to provide one URL which is not aligned with my business name, you may not trust this and you will never open this. If I'm going to provide you URL with my business name, like CloudFolks HUB is there inside this URL, you will definitely trust this. So, here we need to solve two problems. We are going to set up CloudFront a distribution here, and this distribution will be HTTPS, and instead of using CloudFront URL, we are going to use our own custom URL. So, let's start. So the first thing is, it is introduction. Set up CloudFront to deliver S3 hosted static website with a custom domain and HTTPS. Now, to perform this lab, we have to implement 4 steps. In the first step, we are going to use static web hosting in the S3. So here I have S3 console, and in this console, I already configure static web hosting. If you look at this, if you go to the bucket property, here you will get this static web hosting. Now, if you don't have any idea about this, we already completed S3 series in which you will find out how to use static web hosting into the S3. I am giving you a link into the description. You can find out all series, and from a specific video, you can set up this. Okay. So here I have my S3 website ready, and we are going to use this as an origin. Now here you need to keep this in mind. S3 is not providing us HTTPS web hosting. Whenever you will use S3 static web hosting, you will get HTTP URL only. Definitely we can set up CloudFront and then it will become HTTPS. So yeah, we are going to use this static website as an origin, and it is already configured over here. So our step 1 is done and dusted. Now we are going for the step number 2, which is custom domain name. As you know that I don't want to use CloudFront URL here. I want my own custom domain name. Now here, when you want to use custom domain name, you have to purchase domain name. You can purchase domain name from Route 53, which is AWS own DNS service, or you can go to the another domain registrar like Namecheap or GoDaddy. So you have to purchase domain name from anywhere. If you don't have domain name register, no need to worry about this. You can watch video, because in this video I already provided you step-by-step detail. So you don't need to perform lab for this. Now here I have my domain name register, and for this I am going to use Route 53, because Route 53 is already AWS service. It will provide us better ecosystem to set up the things. Here, if I'm going to open Route 53, you will find out that there is a hosted zone, which is public hosted zone, and my DNS is already configured. If you don't have any idea about this, you don't need to worry. We already completed Route 53 series as well. You can go to the description and you can find out all the detailed videos about Route 53. So, we have step number 2 also completed. Now we are going to talk about the most important part of this particular setup, which is SSL TLS certificate. Whenever you will open any HTTPS website, and when you click over here, you will find out that connection is secure. When you click on connection is secure, you will find out the certificate here. So HTTPS communication is totally dependent on a digital certificate. We call it SSL TLS certificate. So if you want to set up HTTPS with the custom domain name, you have to set up SSL TLS certificate as well. So obtain SSL TLS certificate for your custom domain. Now you can find it out from the AWS itself. AWS having a service called AWS Certificate Manager. You can generate certificate from there. The another option is you can use third party like Let's Encrypt, or there are many available. So you can obtain certificate from there as well. As you know that we are using AWS, we want to take advantage of AWS ecosystem. So we are going to use AWS Certificate Manager over here. So let's obtain SSL certificate for our domain name. Now here, first of all, you have to open Certificate Manager. Now here I want to tell you one thing. If you are following this series, you are unaware about how AWS Certificate Manager is working, how digital certificate is actually providing secure communication, what is digital certificate, what is SSL TLS. I think you are not aware about it. But you don't need to worry, because when we will start security training, okay, you will get all the details. So in this series, you will get security services in upcoming days. So at that time, I will provide you detailed explanation about ACM. So don't worry about this. Right now, just follow the step, understand the process, because our current topic is CloudFront distribution with HTTPS. So we need to generate this certificate. So if you don't know anything about it, no need to worry. Just follow the step. I will definitely add this in our learning process, so you will get complete understanding about this in upcoming days. So once you go to the ACM, here you will get this particular option, request a certificate. You need to click over here, and the first option is request the public certificate, because we want to set up this for our website. So I'm going to select this and next. Now here you need to add fully qualified domain name. Now keep this in mind. Here, whatever the domain name that you have registered, you have to add exactly. Okay. So I have my domain name registered, which is cloudfolks.in. So I'm going to use this. So let me copy this and paste it over here. Now one point which is very important here, what will be the name of your website? Do you want to use only cloudfolks.in, or you want to use subdomain? Let's say that I want to use subdomain test.cloudfolks.in, aws.cloudfolks.in, azure.cloudfolks.in. So I can use any subdomain. If you want to use any subdomain, what you can do, you can use star.cloudfolks.in. If you are going to use like this, it means you can use any subdomain with this particular URL. So I'm going to use star.cloudfolks.in. Then you have to go to the validation method. In the validation method, AWS will make sure that you are owner of this particular domain, cloudfolks.in. You can do this validation process using two ways, DNS validation and email validation. Here I am going to choose this DNS validation because it is recommended and it is very easy as well. Now we are not going to test all these options. Definitely we will discuss about this in upcoming days. I am going to click on request. Now it is actually generating my certificate and it is already generated. But if you look at this, the validation part is actually pending. So we have to complete this. So you have to go to the certificate. Now here you will have this option of domains. Now there are two things that we need to consider. First, you have to add CNAME DNS record into your DNS system. Here you need to create CNAME record with the names this one and the value should be this. Now if you are using another service provider like GoDaddy or Namecheap or any other, you have to go to this, you have to open DNS console of this, then you have to create CNAME record with this name and value. Now once you will complete this, it may take time. It will take almost 30 minutes to 24 hours for the validation. Here we have good news that we are using Route 53. If you are using Route 53, AWS will provide you very easiest way to set up this. It will create this CNAME record, this CNAME and CNAME value by clicking over here. So once I will click create record in Route 53, it will create this record and it will validate this as well. So the whole process will be very easy and even within 5 minutes, the validation process will be over. Look at this. Here I have my DNS hosted zone. Here I have only 2 records. Now what I am doing? I am going to click on create record in root 53. It will automatically create this in my root 53. See, I just completed this process, and if you refresh this, here I got this record. Now, within 10 minutes, it is going to complete validation process as well. Right now, I am getting this status pending validation. Wait for a while, you will get issued here within 2 or 5 minutes. Okay, I got issued. It means everything is done and I got my certificate. So, our step number 3 is over. Let's talk about step number 4, CloudFront distribution. So, finally, we are going to create our CloudFront distribution. So, going to the CloudFront. Now, before I am going to open CloudFront, I want to tell you one thing. Sorry, I forgot to explain you this, but let's do it right now. If you are creating certificate for your CloudFront distribution, it is compulsory to create your certificate in Virginia. If you will create this certificate in other region other than Virginia, it will not allow you to use this certificate with CloudFront. Okay, so keep this in mind that your certificate must be in Virginia. Then you can use this with the CloudFront. Okay, now let's go to the CloudFront and let's create our first distribution. So click create CloudFront distribution. Here I have to select origin. You are already aware about origin. So what I am doing, I am going to select this bucket URL. Now once you select this bucket URL, it will provide you this detail that this bucket having S3 static web hosting enabled. So you can use S3 static web hosting endpoint. I am going to say, okay, I am using it. Here we are going to use HTTP, not going to touch anything. Okay, here I am going to change this. I don't want my user to open HTTP website. I want HTTPS. So whenever user will type HTTP in the URL, it will automatically redirect to the HTTPS. So definitely at the end, I'm going to provide HTTPS website to my customers. Now we need to go to the web application firewall. We are not going to touch this right now. We are going to cache at all the location. Now here we have main point, custom SSL certificate. We need to click over here in the list box, and here we will get our certificate generated through the ACM. So I'm going to select this. Here you are going to get this detail as well, that your certificate must be in US East and Virginia. So yeah, we have this. So I'm just going to select this. Now here we have one option known as alternate domain name, which is CNAME. We are not going to touch this right now, but this is the most important part of our CloudFront distribution. But I'm not going to touch this right now. I'm going with the default option. I want best security, so I'm going to use TLS version 1.2_2021, and let's click on create distribution. I'm not going to touch any other option. Now, once you complete your distribution, here you will have domain name, which is actually CloudFront URL. We don't want this URL, we want our own URL. But yes, if you will try to open website using this URL, it will also work. But we have to wait for this because right now it is deploying. So once it will disappear from here, we will try to open website using this particular domain name. So wait. Meanwhile, you can try this. If you are able to open website, you can continue. Right now it is still deploying, but I am going to open incognito and I am going to paste this URL here. I am getting this message, this site can't be reached, so we have to wait. Yes, I am able to open website using CloudFront URL, but this is not my target, right? I don't want to use this CloudFront URL. Definitely it is secure if you look at this, but I want custom domain name. So in order to get custom domain name, what you can do, you can copy this CloudFront URL. Let me copy this. Then you can go to the root 53 DNS service. Then you can click on create record. Here, what you want as a subdomain. Let's say that I'm going to say my web. I want this as a subdomain. You need to write this. So your total URL will be myweb.cloudfolks.in. Then you need to select alias. Then you have to select that alias of CloudFront distribution. And then here you will get it. If you are not getting it, no need to worry. You just need to copy this CloudFront URL, copy and paste it over here. Okay. It is done. And let me click on create record. So now, if you are going to open this particular URL, it will open your website. Okay, let's try to open this. It may take time. If you are not able to open this, wait for a while. Okay, but let me click on copy and let me open this into the incognito tab. Okay, so I'm going to open new tab. Here I'm getting this not secure. So let's type full name https:// Now this is what I'm getting. This site can't provide secure connection. MyWeb CloudFolks.in using an unsupported protocol. So this is an error that I am getting right now. So we want to solve this particular problem as well. How to solve this? You don't need to worry about this because you are learning from CloudFolks Hub and we have all the solution. Intentionally, I provided you this particular error. Why? Because I want you to understand the things and also you are able to troubleshoot the things. In real world scenario, if you will get this kind of error, then how you can solve this? So I want you to understand the solution as well. So let's solve this problem. Sorry, I know that you want to watch full video, but full video is now not available on YouTube. If you want to watch full video, I want you to go to our website. When you will go to our website, you will find out our course 100 Days YouTube Challenge. I want you to enroll for this course by paying only 499 rupees for lifetime if you are from India. If you are from outside of India, you just need to pay $7 US. Once you will enroll to this course, you are going to get all full videos over there on our portal. You are also going to get certificate after completing the course, and we have just uploaded 120 videos. We are going to upload another 120 videos as well. So there will be total 240 videos. I hope we are going to meet inside the class. Thank you very much.